Hey everybody, it's Will at VIP Mortgage, and it's time for a local lender update. Rates are basically unchanged again this week. That's giving us that extended pattern of rates kind of taking these little steps up and down and then ending up in the same place, all within the same week. Interestingly, this morning, there was a bit of nervousness in the market because in response to the US bombing Iran over the weekend, Iran voted to shut down those Straits of Hormuz. A lot of oil goes through there. If they actually do that, it'll cause oil prices to spike, which will cause inflation. All of that to say, dominoes would fall that could endanger the economic conditions in the United States. Interestingly enough, though, the bond market is improving a little bit today instead of acting nervous and getting worse. The Iranians haven't actually moved to do that, and there's a bit of speculation of how effective they could actually be in doing that. They don't have a giant, powerful navy. If they try to shut things down, I presume that we could sink their boats, just like we did in the 1980s under Ronald Reagan. So the good news is we're seeing a little bit of improvement instead of the market acting nervous after all this hubbub over the weekend. And the markets are kind of skating along in this general direction that they believe conditions are supporting the Fed cutting rates in the fall. If that happens, rates for mortgages will probably actually improve before that, because that's generally how the market works. They usually try to adjust ahead of time because, as you know, it all works on expectations. And if they don't anticipate correctly, then they could lose some money. So that's what I think is going to go on over the summer. I do expect one or two more things that stirs the pot and brings more uncertainty back in the market. What we've been seeing all year long is the pot gets stirred up, and then a bunch of things happen to try to calm things down. That seems to be succeeding in the short term, and then the pot gets stirred up again. And sometimes these are deliberate instances that are under the control of policymakers, and sometimes they're unexpected things. So that's my sense of what we're going to see this summer. We're going to see some kind of uncertainty, but overall we should get a small improvement in mortgage rates. I just don't know exactly when that's going to be. As the Fed is holding their breath and waiting, so is the market, and so it may be a little bit before that actually happens. And as it all develops, of course, we will keep you informed. If there's anything I could do for you, give me a call, 719-232-7553.